Right, what's up? It is a momentous week. We are going to be testing my 5 rep max on squat, bench, deadlift. Just finished a block of sets of 5 and been very good, lots of progress in them, and really excited to get going. I have numbers in mind. Most of you are going to know that I want 100 kilos for 5 on bench. Squat and deadlift I'm less determined about, but still want to get some good numbers up, and if I can do more than I've ever done for 5, that's all I want. But trying to jump into the squats now. Just have a bit of a warm up done on the bike. Gonna do a little bit of a stretch and get under the bar, and we'll get going. Chat to you when it gets a little bit heavy. That was 140. Depth, slightly questionable, I reckon. I think crease was literally just below the knee, the top of the knee, so I'm going to take it. I'm not going to go up because I think I'd be really pushing myself, I'd be really frying myself, and bench straight after this is going to be the big one. So I don't want to waste a week of progress or whatever. So granted, while that might have been a 5 at 8.5, 9, I didn't want to make it a 5 at 10 really. And I am going to do some back downs, and then we are going to dive into bench, because my meeting that was supposed to be at 12 has been brought forward to 11:15, which obviously restricts the amount of time that I have to shower and eat, because I'm not going to eat but shower and have myself presentable, considering it's now 10:05. So we need to move. Wasn't expecting this sort of time restrictions, but it is what it is. Can't complain too much. Just have to get the work done, because I don't really want to do squats and then come back out in a few hours time and do bench. I don't have time for that today. So let's get moving. Also, something I should have mentioned before is that I think the most that I've ever moved for a set of 5 pre-Odyssey is 130, and now benching or squatting, even the other one, squatting 140 kilos. That's 3 full plates for a set of 5. I mean, it's not huge by no means, but I'm very happy. I am going to hopefully progress to an awful lot more weight on the bar this year, but it's a really good place to start out the year. I think there's an awful lot of progress to be made, there's an awful lot of weight to be added to the bar. Hopefully, there's 2 other plates there. Hopefully they'll be put on the bar at some point this year as well, and we'll move some big weight. Alright, so the day has come. Just took 90 for 4, it moved fine, quite happy with it. I know I just need to stay patient now on the next one. I have 100 loaded. I know I need to stay patient, expect that I need to push for a long time, don't want to expect it to move real fast, because it probably won't, and hopefully I'll get my 5. I mean, if I got 6, I'd be over the moon, but if I get 5, you will see me jump. I will be super fired up. I'm gonna listen to some music, get my head in the game, and let's go. Okay. It took me a few minutes to come down from that. I'm absolutely buzzing. That was incredible. In my head I was nervous. In my head I knew the first 3 reps would be fine, that it would be the 4th and 5th that would need to be pushed, that would start to slow down, and that would basically show me whether I really wanted it or not. And I think the drive to lock out that last rep, plus the drive and the power that I had to not immediately rock the weight, to lock it out and then say, no, I'm going to stabilize it. I'm really proud of that. I'm over the moon. Like, I don't know how many videos I have and the lads have of me trying to bench 100 kilos and failing. And I don't think it's ever going to happen again. It's huge. I'm so happy. All of my thanks obviously are going to go to the Odyssey guys and Adam, who I think wrote my current sheet, and Connor, who I'm going to be working with from now on. I'm just so happy. What is up? It is exceptionally wet and very rainy. Not overly cold though, so it's not too bad. Deadlift 5 rep max. 140 moved grand. Have 152.5 just a chip last week on the bar. And I'm going to get after it now, and hopefully it won't be my last set, but hopefully, but if it is, it is. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to go up maybe 160. I feel like 160 might be there. So we're going to go 152.5 and then 160, and fingers crossed goes well. Very sweaty, but I have been given the okay for 160, so 160 is going on the bar. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I think it should be fine. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be fine, so I'm just gonna go and lift it. Alright, 160. I didn't feel like I locked out the last rep, but apparently it looked fairly decent, so I'm going to take that. 160 for a set of 5 when my max that I tested, my sumo max that I tested after the first 3 weeks of training and with Odyssey before the gyms closed was 175. So I just pulled 15 kilos short of that for 5 reps. If it was an RPE 8, my sheet gives me 195 as my estimated 1 rep. So I'm going to take that. Like, that's a 20 kilo increase on my deadlift, which wasn't really focused on, and I struggled on learning hook and getting used to sumo and a whole host of other things that I struggled with during during the last while. So, I mean, it can only go up. It's feeling better and better. It's not the most comfortable, but then again, conventional wasn't comfortable either. That's why I swapped. So I'll get there. It'll come. Yeah, gonna go do some heavy ass back downs. Just I need to get used to feeling like I'm deadlifting heavy weight, not like in my head when I deadlift it should fly off the ground, and it just doesn't always. Like, it just doesn't. You need to get stronger and better at moving the heavy weight for it to start feeling light. So I'm just being an idiot and just need to get moving it, you know. A 3 count pause bench after this, and I'm going to record that because I think I can go kind of heavy on that as well because it's a triple. 100 again? Maybe. Ooh. We'll see. What's up? Triples on 3 count pause. I've 97.5 loaded, 90 moved fine. A little bit of pain, maybe like a tendonitis thing in my elbow at the minute. Gonna do the Russ Swole stretch and hope that it kind of goes away a little bit, because it's not painful. It's not harming my bench at all. I don't notice it really when I'm benching, but it's affecting the grip slightly. So I obviously don't really want the bar to slip out of my hand. The other thing is, I'm hoping that I might be able to load 100 again, genuinely. Huge burst of confidence from doing it for 5 yesterday. I'm going to see how the 97.5 moves, because it's going to be a PR regardless if I get the 97.5. 90 flew, should be fine. Chat to you then.
Samurai sword on my back. You don't know how to act. Maybe you should relax. Maybe you should relapse. Just kidding.
Not my proudest moment. I know exactly what happened. You'll see as the bar hit my chest, I exhaled and lost all the tightness that I needed to push the bar off my chest. Tried to reload, obviously can't get enough air in when there's nearly 100 kilos lying on your chest, and I just didn't move. Safeties were too low, so I'm after bumping them up, but I think they're now too high. We'll figure that out in a minute. So I'm going to try it again. Less danger, safety's higher, should be fine. I'm not worried. I think I had to make a mistake eventually. It's just so stupid. Let's try again.
Stop, 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 stop.
yeah, so that's today's workout. I have some rows. I really don't have time for them, but I'm going to try and get them in. A bit of stupidity in there, but sure, look, we'll take it. It has to be done. I'm just going to do my back downs and rows, and sure, we'll go at it again the next day. Just an idiot. It's as simple as that. What's up? Just gonna round off the video there. Not gonna put my whole week of working out into the video this week, just because it's just very long. Like, what was last week's? Like 30 minutes? Yeah, it's just too long. So I'm gonna cut it off just after my first two. Might get another video out later on, like Wednesday maybe. Not gonna hold myself to that, but I'm gonna do my best. So I'm just gonna go over what we got through this week. So huge, like 140 kilos on squat. That's up 10 kilos, well, up 5 kilos on my PR, but up 10 kilos really since I started, because I think I did like 130 for the 5x5. I know I've mentioned this like 10 times before, but I think that's the most I've ever done for a set of 5, or even really for reps. So I'm really happy with the 140, and going forward I think that will be just a benchmark to hit, that I'll be starting off my warm-ups to just hit 140 and I'll be bouncing up again. Obviously the 100 kilo bench was unreal. Like, I honestly spent probably 10 minutes just sitting there going, I'm class. I know 100 kilos isn't a huge deal to a lot of people, but it took me a very long time to do that for one. So the fact that 10 weeks after I started training for it, I hit it, such a huge milestone. 160 for deadlifts. I think that's the heaviest set of deadlifts I've ever done, other than singles. It's definitely, like, I was only thinking there while I was making the video that I pulled 160 for the first time ever last February, and I trained for 3 months of 2020, maybe 4. Like, it's quite good progress. I'm really happy with that I've increased it as much, especially because I pulled 160 conventional after having pulled conventional for a very long time. So really happy with that. Everything's just been class. A little bit of front delt pain. I think that's just because the amount of bench, and I was pushing it on bench a bit too much this week. So we are actually going into a pivot week, or pivot 2 weeks possibly, for the next couple of weeks, so that might make the videos a bit more interesting, because it's so pivot week is designed basically that it will, rather than a deload week or like just dropping the weights and not really getting anything from it, it's a recovery. It's a very active recovery essentially. I don't know if that's the proper way to describe it, but essentially what you're doing is you're doing exercises you wouldn't normally do, mixed with rep schemes that you wouldn't normally do, and RPEs that you wouldn't normally do. Well, I mean, RPEs, just not that many. But, like, you might get high bar squats sets of 11 at an RPE of 4 or 6. Like, just something random. Just to have a bit of fun when you're working out. Try something new for a while. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be interesting. But yeah, I think I will leave it there and hopefully chat to you during the week. Been doing a good bit of cooking lately, so I might make a cooking video. Yeah, so really productive, super results from this first ever block. A really interesting conversation with Connor last week about for moving into my full into proper powerlifting coaching, and I think we're going to make some really good progress this year. I gave him some numbers that I want to hit, and I think they're very achievable. So we're going to lay down the groundwork, get ourselves going, and fingers crossed that everything will go well. Hope everyone is doing okay again. As I said last week, I hope you're all keeping safe and healthy, and you know, getting out, doing whatever activity you can do during the day, especially if you're from home like myself. I'm doing all my work from here, so it's difficult to get active. I really have neglected my general activity levels, but I'm gonna make a point of getting that up next week. Yeah, so hope you've enjoyed this, and also I'm sorry for the clickbait title. I kind of had to, like, I nearly died. Like, I have to use the clickbait. I just have to. Anyway, thanks very much, guys, and I will chat to you in the next one.